What if the great cleansing that the five elders talked about is even more evil than you thought? My theory is that a cleansing would mean to flood the entire world again.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
Hello fellow pirates, my name is Desnis and today I have my very first One Piece theory for you. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. I was highly inspired by the videos of Morge, Ors and Parvision about this topic. Please check out their awesome theories after this one. Correlation to inspiration. Christianity is a big inspiration for Oda when it comes to his pirate baby. From Treasure Tree Adam, Sunlight Tree Eve, self-proclaimed gods, real gods, forbidden devil fruits, demons, angels from the sky, Ark Maxime, Ark Noah, Jesus Burgess, a messiah who gathered 12 principles for his cause, Kuma's Bible, Odin's journal referred to as a Bible, Whiskey Peak's nuns, Mihawk's cross collection and Zoro's new Halloween costume. The story is full of references. But what if Oda didn't stop here? Maybe the great cleansing that we heard of in chapter 908 is actually inspired by the story of Noah's Ark from the Bible. Emphasis on Genesis. When human beings began to increase, the Nephilim were on the earth in those days. The Lord saw that every thought of the human heart was evil at the time. He said, "I will wipe the human race from the face of the earth." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord, as he walked faithfully with God. So God said to Noah, "I am going to put an end to all people. I am going to destroy them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of wood, make rooms in it and coat it inside out. You are to bring to the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, animal and creature will come to you to be kept alive. I will send rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe every living creature I have made." Noah did all the Lord commanded him, and Noah, his sons, his wife, and all the animals entered the ark to escape the waters of flood. And rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. Every living thing that moved on land perished. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. And God sent a wind over the earth and the water receded. Now the floodgates of the heaven had been closed, the rain had stopped. The waters continued to recede and the tops of the mountain became visible. Noah opened the window and sent out a dove, until it did not return to him. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark. Bring out every kind of living creature so they can multiply." So Noah came out, and he built an altar to the Lord. The Lord said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood." Intention of prevention. Have you noticed some similarities? Could the Great Cleansing really mean to flood the entire world? Why? What would be the purpose of that? Well, it would kill nearly every creature in the world except the ones who live on the red line. Many devil fruit users would drown as sinners and their fruits could only return to Marijoa. I think the flooding could start at the hobby of the world nobles to collect slaves like Pokemon, because the only way to get rescued from an unexpected flood would be to flee to the red line, where you would be welcomed and become a slave for the rest of your life, while they would argue that it's all for the cause of keeping different races alive. Or maybe the 20 kingdoms promised to serve the established government just to be saved from the flood on the top of the red line, knowing that they must obey to prevent worse. The only ones who survive alone are the folks who are already prepared for flooding. Marijoa, Sue, the Barati, Wano Kuni, Fishman Island, Thriller, maybe the islands within Wales, everyone who has a big ship, and soon Whole Water 7 too. You could even code a ship and flee underwater. But either way, the flood would wipe out nearly all of history. Races, animals, islands, and wisdom would drown. The so-called evil would be erased from the earth and the balance of the world would be renewed. Clue out of the blue. But is there more evidence for the flooding? It's still far-fetched, right? Well, we already know that there was a great cleansing in the past to wipe out all of the ancient kingdom. So there must be evidence of that, right? If a flood really happened, what would be the greatest thing that you find after that? What would be necessary to rebuild your society? But it's very rare at the time. It would be dirt. Just the thing you have so much of that it's totally normal that it's everywhere. But it is so important after flooding that you would literally start a war because of it. Maybe some people flee to the Sky Islands because plants can grow on island clouds, but they cannot germinate in them. Thus the praised worth is the most valuable substance in Skypiea. And the fairy worth that Enel is talking about is a legendary land and literally means endless earth. Maybe its meaning comes from their ancestors, who still thought of the earth they left. Power to let it shower. But how? How could flooding an entire world even work? I have two takes on that. Maybe you can come up with even more. My first one would be the simplest. We all know the weather attacks that Nami uses with her climate attack, and the technology from Weatheria. Maybe there's a machine that can create rain that falls all over the world for a long time. But the most satisfying conclusion would be Imu. Imu backwards means ocean in Japanese. Maybe Imu really has a devil fruit power related to weather, rain, or even the element of water itself. Maybe Im-sama is really this godlike being, so strong that he or she can control the element, the weather, and even listens to the planet. This would reflect Enel's godly powers, and he wanted to destroy his realm too. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this theory? Write down in the comments what I missed. Did you find even more evidence? Or will this whole theory drown in nonsense? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. I have great plans to do more theories in the future, so stay tuned and let's set sail.